Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking the Marco teams into the 10-star event so you guys can clear some assists and build out some XP for your account. Now, if you're like me and you don't like farming EXP, well, Marco teams, when Kazuna comes around, the best time to do it. So the first fight is against the quick variation, and the quick variation is an absolute nightmare. So I definitely wanted to highlight this one first because I hate versing this one. There's a damage limiter, and this was by far the hardest team to put together. I have actually changed the team now moving forward. I am using the rare recruit Carrots instead of Morgans, and I'm using the Corazon support on Law. I brought Law here to get around the resilience, but this particular team is proving to be a little bit finicky in the early stages because I keep forgetting about that resilience, and it's super annoying to get around. But on stage 2, you come up against Who's Who. He gives you bind on your top and bottom row, which is a little bit annoying, but we can actually get around it thanks to the supports of Ace on Luffy and then Corazon on Law, or for this team, we're using Morgans, but if you're using that rare recruit Carrot like I'm using now, she's going to rotate all your orbs into matching. She gives you color affinity, and then as long as you hit a bunch of perfects, you get color affinity on the next turn as well. So she's an exceptional unit. Plus, the grifters actually run away. So you don't actually have to kill the grifters in the back. You just need to focus on taking out Who's Who on the very first turn. I use Law here, but you can use that on the final stage just for more damage. But in the early stages, it's not going to matter at all because you're going to have enough damage regardless. So once you take out stage 2, you can move on to the final stage against ALBER. Whoa, that was really loud. Against ALBER. Scared the poops out of me. And now against ALBER, he has 5 turns of defense up. He has that 2-turn damage limiter. And he has 5 turns of resilience, which is very, very annoying. After level 30, I cannot remember for the life of me what he does. But he does something. On the final stage, we are going to use Luffy for an orb boost and tandem orbs. We're also going to use Sanji for chain boundary and removing the defense up. We actually have some supports here on Zoro. For Zoro on Marco, and then Nami on Sanji to get a conditional boost as well, which is a lot of fun. And as you guys can see here, we have so much damage, it's very easy to get him to that halfway mark. On the second turn, he doesn't do anything. You can actually take the second turn to actually take him out, which works very, very nicely. And then you can actually just use your other Marco special to just bink through the resilience. However, later down the line when King or ALBER gets more HP, we're basically going to be using the final tap of Law to bink ALBER here. That's going to be the play. But for now, we can still use a special to get through the resilience, just like the olden days, and take it out easy peasy. So, a little bit of a weird one for that particular fight. Unless you're bringing Zoro and getting that Enma engage, it's going to be rough to get around that damage limiter. On to the next team. Alright, so moving on to the side team now. This one was a little bit interesting to build for, but Blackbeard, the treasure map rare recruit, was my saving grace. That's the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Not only does Blackbeard remove barriers, but he's actually a 2-turn orb boost, which is great because he gets around the intimidation, which is super, super annoying. But on top of that, he has the Lafitte support. So he just has a lot going for him for this particular team. And with the combination of the Straw Hat crew, you can just do a lot of damage. And Bon Clay being able to turn into an int character means we can actually get base stats on this team as well. So Shanks is great. He can remove the paralysis. He has chain boundary as well, which is always nice. Plus, with Marco, you can actually like close to board wipe the first stage, plus give enough cooldowns for Marco to get to the final stage and have his special ready to go. On stage 2, you come up against Sasaki. He is going to give you a full board of block orbs and 5 turns of despair. We have supports here on with Lafitte and Whitebeard to just get around that. And then we can just use the Straw Hat Crew special here just to remove all those block slots and make it a super easy kill. With the Iceberg support, you can actually lock those rainbow orbs, which is super nice. Normally it would be a little bit of a headache because on the final stage you need a Wano orb to break a barrier, but that's where Blackbeard was an absolute demon at breaking through the barrier. So that was really, really handy and incredibly nice of Blackbeard to not only be my orb booster but also remove the barrier for me too, which you'll love to see. On the final stage against ALBER, he has an intimidation. Yes, intimidation. Terrible, terrible stuff. Plus a Wano orb barrier, which is annoying. 5 turns of paralysis, which will become 6 turns as well, by the way. He has intimidation to attack boost, color affinity, and orb boost, I'm pretty sure, too. Maybe he doesn't have it to orb boost. Maybe it's just attack boost and color affinity plus chain boost. It's just very annoying, but that only happens if you're at max HP as well, by the way. So, super, super arrogant stuff, if you ask me. Like I said, Shanks removes paralysis. We have attack boost with Marco. with the Orb Boost with Blackbeard, and then we have base stats with Bon Clay. Bon Clay can turn into a int character as well, which is super nice. And then you have the final tap of Straw Hats. Whether you have it at level 1 or level 5, it's still a great addition to the team. As it just like amplifies your damage so drastically. But hopefully you've been leveling on this unit up. This is like the only character everyone recommends using final tap tablets on. So if you have them, it's still worth using to this day and age, because Straw Hat Crew V2 is so damn good. So that was versus Psy, a lot easier than versus Quick, because there's no damage limiter. But however, if you don't have a 1 orb, getting to that barrier can be a little bit finicky. But there are ways around it, like you see there. You can actually just bring someone who can just remove it. Onto the final team. And the final team is versus Strength or versus Dex. After level 30, this fight becomes either a Dex boss or a Strength boss, which is very, very annoying. And for this particular video, I actually kind of messed up. You want to have Nami swapped with Robin. Robin needs to be next to Law just to make it a little bit easier, but we'll talk about why that's the case when we actually get to stage 2, because we need a lot of damage to kill stage 2. The stage 2 bosses for this particular fight are super annoying. So you really want to have as many like specials ready to go. But this is the only stage where Marco special on, like superclass on turn 1 will actually work moving into stage 2, because you don't get binded, you don't get despaired, all that sort of stuff doesn't worry the auto trigger of Marco like it does for the other 2 fights. So that is a definite positive as well. But once you hit stage 2, Black Maria has 2 grifters, and she gives you 5 turns of special bind and a full board of unfavorable slots, which is very, very annoying. To get around this, we're going to use the Robin special. Robin's going to remove the special bind, and then we're actually going to use the Law special to give us a chain boost. Again, you can focus all your attacks on Black Maria, because the grifters will just run away, but Black Maria won't run away, so that's very, very annoying to deal with. But Law gives you matching orbs to himself and the adjacent characters, so that's why you want to swap Nami and Robin, because Nami has a matching orb as in a favorable on a Marco team. However, Robin, the one with type advantage, is really the one that you want to give a matching orb to. But as you can see, you can just focus all on Black Maria like I did here, if you guys didn't do that. And you will be in very, very good stead to actually take down this particular fight anyway. So that works quite well. On the final stage, we are going to come up against ALBER. And ALBER is going to give us 5 turns of Despair, After Sockets, and 5 turns of Paralysis. This is all going to become 6 turns, so that's why the Corazon support on Law is essential, even though you guys see that it doesn't do anything. It will be essential later down the line. But with Nami, we can get a base stat and a chain boost and color fuse next to Vivi. Luffy's going to be our orb booster, and then we can get an attack boost with Marco, which works out super, super nice. Now, like I said, after level 30 as well, the ALBER will become either a strength or a dex character, so that's why having Law is great. Plus, he has a tandem orb barrier, so as you guys saw there, removing that tandem orb barrier thanks to Super Tandem Luffy works out exceptionally well as well. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully these Marco teams help you out. Farm some XP while you can, because this is the best time to do it. As you guys saw there, I actually leveled up. But wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!